So, coming up on Saturday in Dublin, we have a cracking fight in the super featherweight division with Jazza Dickens defending his WBA belt against Anthony Cacace. Both men have been written off before, but both are still going strong, both having an Indian summer. This promises to be an absolute war. So starting off with the champion Jazza Dickens, who currently has a record of 36-5 with 15 wins coming by knockout. He is only 5'5". You could literally put him on your key ring, but don't be fooled by his height because he is an assassin in the ring. Just ask Gassiev, who got battered by Jazza inside 4 rounds last time out. And that was a super impressive performance because nobody gave Jazza a hope. He was basically the opponent, and he put on an absolute clinic that night, dropping Gassiev twice in round 4 en route to a fantastic victory. So it's mad how, at the age of 34, he is actually in the form of his career. He has had some hard losses. He lost to Rigondeaux in 2016 in 2 rounds. Rigondeaux broke Jazza's jaw. He was always going to be way overmatched there, but he has had some really good wins against Lee Wood, a win that aged extremely well. He did get stopped twice against Kid Galahad, but all in all, Jazz has had a fantastic career. And I think the way that he's got to try and fight Cacace is stay on the outside, use your boxing ability. He's technically very good. Not the biggest puncher in the world, but clearly he can punch, as we saw in his last performance. So I give Dickens a very good chance of winning this. He is the away fighter, but he's also the champion, so he's got to be respected there. But he is coming up against a fighter who at the minute is in the form of his life as well, arguably in better form than Jazza, because he is coming off 3 fantastic wins. He won the IBF belt against Joe Cordina, stopping him inside 8 rounds. Now, he was a huge underdog in this, and I remember seeing this fight announced thinking, what is the point in that? Joe Cordina will school Anthony Cacace. Cacace has no path to victory, he can't punch, and he went in there and he battered Cordina, so what the fuck do I know? He then went on and defeated Josh Warrington via a unanimous decision in a dominant display that was on the undercard of AJ Dubois. And it was so nice to see Cacace get this exposure because for years in his career, he just wasn't mentioned, even though he is clearly a very underrated fighter, as we saw again against Lee Wood last time out. And that is another win that is aged extremely well, very similar to the Cordina win for him. So he dominated that fight that night, hurt Lee Wood on multiple occasions, and eventually got the stoppage in round 9 away from home. So he's going to be full of confidence. And I mean, he's currently 37, but he has a record of 24-1 with 9 wins coming via knockout. He punches so much harder than his record shows. The one loss came to Martin J. Ward back in 2017. That was on point, so he's never been stopped. And I think the way he wins this fight is to come forward, apply the pressure against Jazza, who will be looking to box on the outside. They're both southpaws, which often makes for a more of a negative fight, but I don't think it will in this case because Anto is so exciting. And he fights with not zero defense because his defense isn't the worst, but it's certainly not Pernell Whitaker. So I think he will be there to get hit. I think Jazza will have to fight him at points, and I think that'll play into Cacace's hands. I think Jazza will be up after 6 rounds, and I think Cacace will take over, and I think he'll stop Jazza late. But yeah, it should be an absolute banger. I mean, Dublin is going to be rocking. There is going to be some seriously fucked up people in the 3 Arena by the time this fight comes around, because we've got Ireland against Scotland in the 6 Nations earlier that day. Of course, it's St. Patrick's weekend as well. Plus, Jazz is a Scouser, so just watch the crowd rather than the undercard because it'll be kicking off left, right, and centre. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below anyway, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic week. Enjoy the boxing at the weekend, and I will see you all on the next one.